Viritam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manavistam Shapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Upakaram Ayadatatisa Padantikam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Radha Shri Vasari Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I don't believe I can do it. We don't have to have a translation, huh? We're reading from chapter 12, text 6 and 7. But those who worship me, giving up all their activities unto me, being devoted to me without deviation, engaged in devotional service and always meditating upon me, having fixed their minds upon me, O son of preacher, Prithu, for them I am the swift deliverer from the ocean of birth and death. I can't hear myself what to speak of. Okay, so here, Krishna is inviting us, if we want to quickly attain perfection, we should worship Him. This is the purport of this verse. So how do we worship Krishna? In this age of Kali, the recommended method is to chant His name. You can repeat after me. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So there's no expense for chanting this mantra. You don't have to pay some guru money to get this mantra. It's open to everybody. But instead of chanting this mantra, we prefer to talk what's called Gramakatha. There's two things. There's Krishna Katha and Gramakatha. Gramakatha is talking about ordinary things, like the people are talking to their children. This is called Gramakatha. So we want Krishna Katha, that's a different subject. That means we have to hear very attentively. It means we can't be talking and hearing at the same time. Shravanam Kirtanam. First we hear, then we chant. That's why we always chant responsively, call and response. The leader chants, we listen, then we chant, then the leader listens. So in this way, call and response. But people are not listening. That's the problem. That's why we hear so much noise in the back. Because everybody's talking. Everybody's talking. Gramakatha. Just ordinary talk. We're trying to talk Krishna Katha. Means you have to be attentive. Okay, here's what Prabhupada said. It is explicitly stated here that the devotees are very fortunate to be delivered very soon from material existence by the Lord. In pure devotional service, one comes to the realization that God is great and that the individual soul is subordinate to Him. His duty is to render service unto the Lord, and if he does not do so, he will render service unto Maya. So that's our choice. We have to serve by constitution. Just like the hand. The hand has to serve the whole body. That's the constitution of the hand. If the hand says, no, I'm not going to serve the body, I'm not going to bring food into the mouth, then the hand will starve. The only way it gets food is by cooperating with the whole body, putting the food in the mouth. So similarly, our constitutional position is to put Krishna in the center. But now, everyone wants to put themselves in the center. This is called false ego. Ishavasham idam savam. Actually, God belongs in the center, But we're not happy with that. We want to put ourselves in the center. So even we come to the temple, we still put ourselves in the center by talking all. Just listen. So much talking is going on. What's it about? Krishna? No, it's about me, my baby, my this, my that. It's not easy to become Krishna conscious. We have to be ready to hear, receptively hear, regularly. Not just once on Janmashtami. We have to hear this message every day. Nityam Bhagavate Sevaya. And then it'll have an effect on us. We can change our heart. Bhagavad Gita is made for changing. After speaking Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna changed. Similarly, if we hear properly from the right source, we'll also change. But we're proud. We don't think we need to change. We're okay the way we are. We come to the Juhu temple sometimes. We feel very pious. No, that's not enough. In order to go back to Godhead, you have to devote yourself to Krishna. Unalloyed devotion. Not just on Sunday or Janmashtami or something. No, every day, every minute. This is the message of the Bhagavad Gita. If we want to transcend the modes of material nature, Mamcha yovyabhicharane bhakti yogena sevate saguna samiti tatan brahma bhuya okap. We can come quickly to the level of Brahman, but we have to be undivided in our attention, in our devotion to Krishna. Krishna wants all our love, but we're not ready to do that. Love is the best thing we have. In the Bible it also said, don't give your pearl to the swine. Means don't give your love to ordinary people. They don't know how to deal with it. Love is the best thing we have. But if we give it to the right source, to Srila Prabhupada and Krishna, then the love will be reciprocated. And it'll grow more and more, more and more, higher and higher, until we penetrate the universe coverings by the strength of our love. Love is the most powerful thing. But now we're giving love to our dog, to our country, to our family. But we should give all our love to Krishna. Then the love will be properly reciprocated. If we give the example of watering the root of the tree, if we pour the water on the root, then the whole tree benefits. Similarly, if we give our love to Krishna, then everyone will benefit. Same example, we put food in the stomach, the whole body benefits. So this is the formula. We put Krishna in the center. But our habit is to put ourselves in the center. Like the child. You give him a sweet. He doesn't think, let me offer to Krishna. No, he immediately puts in his mouth, right? This is the tendency. The natural tendency is to put me in the center. The child is born with that consciousness. Therefore, the parents have to be careful how to take care of the child, because they may hurt their brother. Because they love themselves the most. And you love yourself the most, and you love yourself the most. Therefore, there's so much war in the world. I just came from Ukraine. The fighting is going on. Why? Because I love Russia, I love Ukraine. Like this, the whole world is going on, fighting, without any solution. The only solution is to put God in the center. Then we can accept that everyone is the brother. God is the father, everyone is the brother or sister, because we have the same father. But without having the same father, why not fight? Because we're thinking that we're the controller, we're the enjoyer. So we want to fight. Now we read in the paper today, right, that China and India are fighting again on the border. But this is a natural tendency in the material world. We can't avoid it. Only solution is God consciousness. So how do we come to God consciousness? In order to come to God consciousness, we have to purify ourselves. We were mentioning yesterday, right? The religion is sitting on 4 legs, like this table. The 4 legs are cleanliness, austerity, mercy, and truthfulness. But this is not sectarian. It's not Hindu, Muslim, Christian. This is the principle of religion: cleanliness, austerity, mercy, truthfulness. So how do we cultivate those qualities? Yes, we can cultivate those qualities in association of those who are also cultivating them. Therefore, Srila Prabhupada took so much time to create this society, to have people come regularly to hear. But I have to confess, it's a little difficult for me, because when I'm in the temples in the West, I get undivided attention when I'm speaking. I don't have to listen to this. It's a disturbance. I think I'm seriously practical suggestion. Those people who want to hear, we should have a room, maybe 30, 40 people, and where we can speak properly in a cool head. Prabhupada used to use this word, cool head. Cool head means mode of goodness. So I can come to the mode of passion because that's my habit. I was brought up in the mode of passion, right? I'm a New Yorker. But Prabhupada was teaching us to at least come to the mode of goodness. From the mode of goodness, we can transcend. So mode of goodness means that we're patient, we're truthful, we're clean. These are some of the qualities of the mode of goodness, where we follow religious principles. So we can do that, but we need association. Association is very important. It's like a crystal. And that association should be regular, not just once a week or something. We should regularly. Therefore, we emphasize our book distribution. Today, the devotees are selling so many books, which is good because then people can take the book home in privacy of their own home, in a calm state. They can read these, what Prabhupada is saying, what Krishna is saying. Everything is here in the Gita. It's perfect knowledge coming from the perfect source. Religion can't be made by man. Dharma tu shakshat bhagavat pranitam. Religion is coming from God. It's coming down. So here it's spoken. Therefore we emphasize, please read these books. And then if you have questions, you can come. But everything is explained here very nicely. Anyway, I'll try reading some more, but it's a little difficult. As stated before, the Supreme Lord can be appreciated only by devotional service. Therefore, one should be fully devoted. One should fix his mind fully on Krishna in order to achieve him. One should work only for Krishna. It does not matter what kind of work one engages in, but that work should be done only for Krishna. That is the standard of devotional service. The devotee does not desire any achievement other than pleasing the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. His life mission is to please Krishna, and he can sacrifice everything for Krishna's satisfaction. Just as Arjuna did in the Battle of Kurukshetra. The process is very simple. One can devote himself to his occupation and engage at the same time in chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama. Such transcendental chanting attracts the devotee to the personality of Godhead. So how is it that the chanting attracts us to Krishna? Because Krishna and his name are not different. So if we learn how to chant purely, then we'll begin to relish that Krishna is there on our tongue. He's there directly. Of course, that takes some practice, but the exalted devotees like Rupa Goswami, they're praying for millions of tongues to vibrate this mantra, Hare Krishna, and millions of ears to hear these two words, Krishna, 2 syllables, Krishna, Krishna. These 2 syllables have so much nectar, but we're not able to hear them properly or to appreciate them because our mind is running here and there. We're sitting in the temple, but our mind is taking us here, to the work, to this place, that place. So the first duty of the yogi is how to control the mind. So this chanting is the best way to control the mind. Mantra. Man means mind, and tra means to get release. So we can get release from the mind by chanting this mantra. Hare Krishna. But we have to practice. In the Varaha Purana, this verse appears. The purport of the verse is that a devotee does not need to practice Ashtanga Yoga in order to transfer his soul to the spiritual planets. The responsibility is taken by the Supreme Lord himself. He clearly states here that he himself delivers the devotee. So this is an important point. Like the yogis, the serious yogis, they go to the Himalayas, they live in a cave, they don't talk to anybody, they're celibate, they don't. But who can do like that? In this Kali Yuga, nobody has the capacity to go and sit peacefully in the Himalayas. Therefore we say, come together and chant the Hare Krishna mantra, and we can create the same atmosphere. But the chanting has to be without offense. So this is our goal. We want to chant Hare Krishna without offense, and then we can save ourselves. If we save ourselves, then we can help others. But in the meantime, we can help them also. This is the nice thing about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is giving us this kirtan. Then everybody can come and chant together. Okay? A child is dependent, completely cared for by his parents, and thus his position is secure. Similarly, a devotee does not need to endeavor to transfer himself by yoga practice to other planets. Rather, the Supreme Lord, in his great mercy, comes at once, riding on the bird carrier Garuda, and at once delivers the devotee from the material existence. Although a man who has fallen into the well, fallen in the ocean, may struggle very hard, may be very expert in swimming, he cannot save himself. But if someone comes and picks him up from the water, then he is easily rescued. Similarly, the Lord picks up the devotee from the material existence. One simply has to practice the easy process of Krishna consciousness and fully engage himself in devotional service. Any intelligent man should always prefer the practice of devotional service to all other paths. So again, the Lord and his devotee are emphasizing bhakti. It can be taken up by anybody. Even a child can take to bhakti. We don't have to be great learned scholars. Just like Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Patram pushpam phanam toyam yo me bhakti prayachate. So we all have to eat. Why not have a little picture of Krishna in your house, and before eating, you offer your food to Krishna. Then you take that food, it becomes prasadam. It purifies you. Simply by eating, you can make spiritual advancement. So this is the process. Not very difficult. Just keep Krishna in the center. Okay, any questions? There's a little more I could read. Finish the purport. Simply by chanting the holy names of Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, the devotee of the Lord can approach the supreme destination easily and happily, but the destination cannot be approached by other processes of religion. The conclusion of Bhagavad Gita is stated in the 18th chapter, Sarvadama Prityaja Mamekam Saranam Raja Aham Tvam Sabapapebhyo Moksha Yisyami Masuchaha. That we should abandon everything else and just surrender unto Krishna. Then we don't have to be afraid. One should give up all other processes of self-realization and simply execute devotional service in Krishna consciousness. This will enable one to reach the highest perfection of life. There is no need for one to consider the sinful actions of his past life, because the Supreme Lord fully takes charge of him. Therefore, one should not futilely try to deliver himself in spiritual realization. Let everyone take shelter of the Supreme, Omnipotent Godhead Krishna. That is the high perfection of life. Bhagavad Gita ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. Okay?
Thank you, Maharaj, for the beautiful class. You explained that how when we serve Krishna, it is like watering the root of the tree and it nourishes our entire existence. So we need just to satisfy Krishna. And you mentioned that in this day and age, our mind is distracted. And to help us focus our mind, we have this chanting of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. But in doing so also, our mind gets distracted. Like we may chant Hare Krishna, but while hearing Bhagavad Gita, we are not concentrated. We tend to get distracted by the disturbances of this world around. So how to focus and don't get distracted for chanting Hare Krishna and as well as for hearing Bhagavad Gita?
Chanting in the kirtan is not so disturbed by all the noise. But for the class, it's true. I think we should have a side room somewhere where we can go and be peaceful. And then we can hear the class with attention. Otherwise, it's difficult. When there's so much Gramakatha going on in the same room, for me, it's difficult to speak, what to speak of hearing. It must be difficult for you all when you hear 500 voices in the background going, So I don't know if we can practically do that. I'm leaving tomorrow, so you're stuck with it, seems to me. But some places we do that. If there's a big crowd, then we go into another room where people can listen attentively and won't be distracted. I don't know. Otherwise, I don't have a solution. My only solution is to again do kirtan, because then it doesn't bother us so much. So should we stand and have another kirtan? Everybody stand up. Mam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pistaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Radha Shivasari Gaur Bhaktavinda. Krishnananda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Follow. Hey. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bola bola. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Ho! Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hey! Krishna! Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Ho! Rama! Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hey! Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Krishna. Rama. 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Oh! Hare Krishna Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare सब बोलिए कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
सब बोलिए हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Haribo. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Haribol. Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya. 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 Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya. Hey Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya. Oh Radhe 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 Jaja Jashi Radhe. Radhe 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 Jaja Jashi Radhe. Oh Radhe Radhe. Hey Radhe Radhe. Radhe Radhe. Oh Radhe Radhe. Hey Radhe Radhe. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Haribol. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitai Goranga, Nitai Goranga. Oh, Nitai Goranga, Nitai Goranga. Hey, Nitai Goranga, Nitai Goranga. Oh, Jai Sachinandana, Jai Sachinandana. Hey Jai Sachinandana, Jai Sachinandana. Oh Jai Sachinandana, Jai Sachinandana. Oh Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hare. Hey Gaura, 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 Gaura Hare. Hey, Goda, 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 Goda Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Haribol, 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 Haribol. Nitai Goda Haribol, 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 Haribol. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Jaya Goda Nitai, Shishi Gaur Nitai ki, Shishi Radha Rasa Vihari ki, Shri Lakshman Sitaram ki, Gopimananda.
Jai.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,